Good evening, and thank you very much, Rancho Cucamonga Chamber of Commerce, for inviting us to do this 7-minute audio video presentation. I am Dr. Roger Wong, and I'm running for Councilman District 4 in Rancho Cucamonga. I'm a USC pharmacy graduate from the USC School of Pharmacy, and I've been practicing pharmacy for over 25 years. I've owned and operated a 4-store pharmacy operation throughout the Inland Empire. I had 3 clinic pharmacies and 1 retail pharmacy. So I understand what it's like being a businessman and owning a business. Later on, I transitioned to the corporate world, working for several Fortune 500 companies, namely Walmart, Walgreens, and Target Pharmacy, primarily in the management level. It taught me how to work and collaborate with various team members and also to coordinate with management to try to achieve certain objectives. Later on, I transitioned into the real estate and lending business and real estate development. The real estate development phase really taught me a lot about collaborating with team members and coordinating projects and making sure that they follow through on a timely manner. My experience in business and real estate defines me by 3 characteristics. 1, accountability. What I've learned from accountability is that you take ownership, whatever task you take on hand. And sometimes it means taking the blame for certain situations, but rising up to the occasion and solving the problem. Second characteristic I developed was become a very innovative person. Just give you an example, one of the homes that I built was made out of steel. It was a big gamble for me back at that time, but it turned out to be really, really good. We developed a product that was affordable, very structurally sound, and termite proof. The third characteristic that defined me as well is leadership. I think being a businessman, you have to develop that skill set to lead on your employee, your staff, as well as other team members. And that characteristic is also very important in leading in city council. My political platform is I believe we need a fresh voice. I've been a resident for over 20 years in Rancho Cucamonga, and I love it. I look at Rancho Cucamonga as the Emerald City shining on the hill. As a candidate for council, I'm concerned about our community. First of all, I'm concerned about the annexation, the Etijuana annexation to be specific to our community just north of us. I'm concerned about the impact of traffic that will cause, as well as congestion, and the increase in potential crime and crime activities. Second point, I'm concerned about controlling high density housing and development. I believe there is a prudent way to develop it. As a builder, and I've talked to other city planners, architects, and the concept is you build high density housing primarily in areas where there's high arterial traffic, such as major boulevards. Give an example, Foothill Boulevard is one example, or near the freeways. And as you move further away from these arterial roads, you start developing more single-family residence and eventually custom homes. And I believe that's the kind of consistency we need to develop. And we shouldn't just be developing projects exuberantly. We have to look at it in a very planned and controlled, methodical way. I am also concerned about recent increases in traffic and crimes in our neighborhood. I believe our traffic problems can be mitigated by using synchronized traffic lights. And with advanced technology, we should be able to do that. I think we should finish Wilson Avenue. Find the resources we can find and finish Wilson Avenue. That will alleviate some of the traffic around Banyan Avenue and other adjoining areas. And it will also help support the increase of housing developments in this area. We also need to have our streets maintained. There's potholes that need to be addressed, and we need to address those concerns, as well as the equestrian trails. Last item is I'm concerned about Rancho Cucamonga reopening. Actually, I really like to see Rancho Cucamonga reopen. I believe the lockdown was justified to a certain extent to reorganize, regroup, and rebalance the resources to attack and address the coronavirus issue. But I do not believe a perpetual or indefinite lockdown, a tight economic restraint because of this, it's creating tremendous strain on our businesses. As a businessman, it's very unfortunate to see so many businesses close down. Some may never ever return back. We need to reopen Rancho Cucamonga. Our incidence of COVID is rather low. Year to date, probably less than 50 deaths. And we have to realize that COVID is really a curable disease. We have a curable rate of over 90%. We have existing medication to treat it. And we have new forms of medication that just recently been developed. President Trump recently was a patient utilizing some of the newest medication. Um, Obviously, the older medications such as azithromycin, doxycycline will probably take about 7 days to treat a COVID patient. But with a new medication, we can treat them in a matter of a couple of days. I'd like to see Rancho take a positive foot forward in reopening businesses. Uh, and I'd like to see it done now. It's unthinkable to see us to continue this continual narrative of leaving businesses shut down. We can look at other countries, for example, China. They're already completely in full economic run. They're not in a lockdown mode at this point in time. In Hong Kong, we see Disney World operating. Here in Anaheim, Disneyland is shut down. We have over 20,000 employees unemployed. Sweden never did a lockdown. So we need to really consider that. I believe I'm the best candidate, and I bring a fresh voice. Thank you very much for your time.